How's it? Welcome back to the channel. So as I've been looking more specifically at my meditation practice, I think I found something that could be really beneficial for a lot of people out there, particularly if you're newer to the practice. And so one of the things you want to try to get used to when you're starting to meditate is simply observing your thoughts and feelings without getting totally wrapped up in them, like essentially trying to stay like one step removed from it. Very similar to like when you're within a regular dream and then you get lucid, right? You're still within the experience and witnessing what's going on, but your lucidity is keeping you one step removed from what's going on. And if you lose that one step removal, you get totally wrapped back up in the dream and, it turns into a regular dream. So a fun way to kind of mess around with this and essentially force the situation where you're having these thoughts and feelings come up, where you can try to practice staying one step removed from it, is with breath work, and more specifically, holding your breath. So all you got to do for this is simply hold your breath, and then when the urge to breathe starts to kick in, ignore it, right? And then a nice little trick you can throw in there is that, when you're having that urge to breathe, you don't really have to breathe yet, right? You can go a lot longer, after it starts to initially get kind of hard. So what I like to do is I like to focus on some of the physical automatic reactions that will start to happen. Like for example, right, just know that you'll be fine no matter what. Do not start to breathe again until your stomach at least starts to contract. Generally, it'll start off with pretty weak contractions, then it'll get stronger and stronger. And then if I can make it past that, at least for me, what happens after the stomach contractions start to go off, to get pretty hard, is I'll start to uncontrollably gulp. And if I get to the point where I'm uncontrollably gulping, that to me is plenty deep enough. I'll go ahead, release, and breathe in and whatever. Another nice little trick I like to add in there is that instead of sucking in air and then holding your breath, I like to exhale my air out and then hold my breath. And that's good for a couple reasons. One is it gets harder quicker, right? So you don't got to wait as long before you got to, really give yourself these reps at ignoring this urge and feeling to breathe. But then the other cool part is that once you do finally start to breathe, you don't have to exhale first because you already exhaled everything out. You can just simply inhale right away. This is also the same trick I do when it comes to trying to clear a plugged nose and whatever, but can work really great. Simply exhale all your air out. I like to do this lying down. Hold your breath, wait until, hopefully, at least you can get until you start to uncontrollably gulp. If not, at least make it to the bare minimum until your stomach starts to uncontrollably contract, at least in the early stages of it. Now, it really shouldn't be too difficult to do, but if you can get as far past that as you possibly can, give yourself more practice at ignoring these, thoughts and feelings and this urge to breathe. And that, at least in my opinion, can be a good way to kind of begin to understand with this process of meditation and simply observing thoughts and feelings without getting wrapped up in them. So anyway, quick one for you to try out, and that's it. Until the next video, keep your meditation practice legit.